Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 59, 11 days to go, and did you send in your feedback to me? Did you? You know, this is a super important part because whether you believe it or not, sending in your feedback to me with the effort of sending it into me, that is, you fill it out wholeheartedly, you don't just fill it out willy-nilly and then quickly send it to me, is that it helps you with your accountability. The more you invest into this challenge, the more you will invest into this challenge, which means you will get better results. It's true. Everything has a bearing. Everything overflows into the next thing. So hopefully you did that. But I'm not gonna lie, I looked already and I barely gotten any, okay? I've maybe gotten 5. Okay, and you're supposed to send it in to me by Sunday night. Your numbers, your macros, a lot of you I messed up on, so you all got a second email. If I messed up on your numbers, you're going to see a discrepancy in the 2 emails. Obviously follow the second email. There are some of you who got the same email because your numbers were correct in the beginning. So that's just what happens. Okay, it's easier for me just to fix all the numbers and then resend it out to everybody. So if you got a second email and it's just it's a duplication of your numbers, don't worry about that, okay? And if you got some really, really weird numbers, please check the second email because those numbers should be correct. All right, I'm going to read you something that somebody wrote on name something specific you can improve on for the following week. So this person says, I had a glass of wine with my family when we went for dinner, but other than that, I've been faithful. Whoops, I just lost it. I have been faithful to the pillars of the challenge, that is. Nothing goes past my lips that hasn't been logged and photographed. I receive photographs of his food every day. I have been reticent, I think, to push to my maximum in the gym with some exercises, especially because... Okay, let me reread that. I have been reticent, I think, to push to my maximum in the gym with some exercises, especially because I've had a bad back injury in the past, and I'm afraid of hurting myself. I made a commitment to myself that not getting injured was my first priority, so that I should be able to stay active over the long run. I'm also scared to go to failure because there are no spotters in our lift camps. I'm getting stronger and seeing results. I think I just need to be patient. Next week I have to plan for being away. I will shift a workout to Saturday before and get some help from you for a workout to do on the road. Okay, I'm assuming you're not going away because you never talked to me, and I've been seeing you around the gym, so I'm assuming it's probably maybe because of the COVID lockdown. Listen, in terms of injury, you are very smart. Okay, you do not want to get injured, so I'm going to really, really encourage you, and I mentioned this in a video maybe yesterday or the day before, I can't quite remember, in regards to somebody's knee injury. Get the most out of the least. And this is really key for everybody, injured or not. You want to get the most out of the least. You want to, within reason, of course, okay? You could say, well, why don't I do a negative under 100 seconds? Like, why don't I just lower the weight, and I'll be getting more out of there's obviously some context here, but my point is that you, within reason, you want to get the most out of each movement, get the most out of the weight that you are lifting. And quite often, people's form will break, they will be too fast on their reps. Their mechanics are off in order to get the weight up. And they would be much better off lowering the weight and then keeping everything as tight as possible. So there is a happy medium with that. You want to go as heavy as you can, but obviously keeping all those things within the movement as clean as possible. The tempo, okay, in particular the timing on the way down, okay, the timing during the eccentric phase. It's not always on the way down, but on most exercises on the way down. Your form, your mechanics, your control, and the squeezing of the muscles that are actively working. Take advantage and get 100% out of that. I'm scared to go to failure because there are no spotters in our lift camps. Okay, set up the squat arms in the cage. Do everything in the cage and set up the arms near the bottom of each movement. So you never have to worry about that. Okay, so if you're doing squats, set them up near the bottom. Even set them high enough that you touch the bottom of the spotter arms. You know, just to be that extra, just so you're that much more confident should you fail. Okay, if you're doing, you know, incline barbell bench press, okay, you could set the spotter arms so they're down here. So if you fail, you literally just have to go like this, and it's going to fall on those spotter arms. All right, so that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. All right, that's all I wanted to say on that. And I want to answer somebody else's questions here. And this person says, hunger is becoming a big problem. Okay, this is named something specific you need help with. Hunger is becoming a big problem. Constant urge to eat. Okay, eat more fiber, drink more water. That will help you tremendously. Try to get even meals of protein. So take your carbs, your fats, and your protein. Try to make them isocaloric meal to meal. So split everything up in, let's say you're eating 4 times a day, split everything up into 4 groups of those and make sure they're evenly split throughout each meal. Okay, so for example, let's just say, just to make it easy, let's say you're getting 100 grams of protein, 100 grams carbs, 100 grams fat every meal. And you're gonna have 4 meals. You would just have 25 grams of protein, 25 grams carbs, 25 grams fat every single meal. Okay, that will help you because that will help to stabilize your blood sugar levels. But I will tell you right now, when your body fat levels are dropping and your fat cells are shrinking, that's what's happening when you're losing body fat. The fat cells are shrinking. And when your fat cells shrink, guess what the body releases? It releases ghrelin, the hunger hormone. That's right, because it wants to get you back up to your body fat set point where it feels more comfortable at. So this is a normal thing. But look at it this way. When you are hungry, you know, chances are you are making improvement. Okay, now that's not to say go out there and starve yourself and then you're going to be improving. That's not the idea. But when you've been following the system that we've been following and then you start to get into this period where you're getting a bit hungry, yeah, this is as a result of those fat cells shrinking. Okay, how are we doing for time? 7:35. Okay, I'll get to your next question because it's a really good one. I'll get to it tomorrow, okay? Let's get the message of the day. Message of the day. Your potential, your absolute best. Sorry, your potential, let me restart here. Your potential, the absolute best you're capable of. That's the metric to measure yourself against. Remember, anyone can win, but not everyone is the best possible version of themselves. Focus on being the best version of yourself, whether you win or you don't win. That's neither here nor there. You win, how about this? You win, sounds cheesy, but you do. You win if you do the absolute best that you can. You be the best version that you can. Then you win, regardless. Believe me. And you will win. You'll feel like you've won. Okay? So, your potential, your absolute best you're capable of, that's the metric to measure yourself against. Remember that. Okay? Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude. And I will see you guys tomorrow, day 60, as we wind down into the final 10 days of this challenge. Head down, head strong. Let's finish this as best as we can. Final scan is coming up soon, guys. I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a wonderful night.